Welcome everyone, and apologies that I can't be with you today. I would like to start this first session of the FAIRsFAIR Synchronization Workshop, the third one, with a quick overview of the project in the context of the European Open Science Cloud. Here you see FAIRsFAIR in a nutshell. The project has a duration of 3 years, and the end date of the project is on the 1st of March of next year. The project has a total budget of 10 million euro, and we have 6 core partners in the project that are the leads of the work packages. And next to DANS, that is the European University Association, Trust IT Services, CSC, UKRI, and the Digital Curation Center. In total, the consortium has 22 partners, and these 22 partners come from 8 different member states. Amongst them, you will find service providers like repositories, research performing organizations like universities, and also international organizations like CoData and the Research Data Alliance. This slide shows you the overall aim of the project. FAIRsFAIR is there to supply practical solutions for the use of the FAIR data principles throughout the research data lifecycle. And we have a special focus on fostering FAIR data culture and the uptake of good practices. Another way of looking at our objective is to say that the project is meant to follow up and to implement the recommendations from the expert group on FAIR data that produced the report Turning FAIR into Reality in 2018. At this point in time, we are a little over 2 years in the project. And as you can see on this slide, the FAIRsFAIR community on Zenodo now holds 103 outputs of the project. So there is already a lot available in terms of deliverables. And these results come in many shapes and forms, as you can see on this slide. There is an emphasis on FAIR policies and practices. We have a very broad range of activities in that area, ranging from supporting semantic interoperability to the formulation of policy recommendations for funders and publishers. A lot of work also concentrates on support for and certification of FAIR enabling trustworthy digital repositories, but for example also on developing tools for FAIR data assessment. And finally, there's also a substantive strand of activities focused on training and professionalization. And here we work, for example, on the development of guidelines for higher education institutions to help them implement FAIR data competencies in their curricula. And we develop and run data stewardship courses. So FAIRsFAIR is a project that is meant to contribute to the European Open Science Cloud by implementing FAIR practices. Now, if you define that European Open Science Cloud as the web of FAIR data, tools and services, and thus as a key enabler of European excellence in science, then that all sounds relatively straightforward. But unfortunately, it is not that easy. The reality is that the European Open Science Cloud ecosystem is a complex network of many actors and initiatives. And within that network, FAIR is literally everywhere, as it should be. We're also still faced with the fact that a lot of the concepts and ideas are still evolving. So for a certain part, we are aiming at a moving target. And you can see the complexity of that EOSC-related landscape very well on this slide. I'm not going to dive into all the initiatives and governance bodies and projects that you see here, but it's really, I think, underlines the argument that I make. So within the project, we have designed several ways to deal with these complexities. First of all, we created an internal synchronization force. And this synchronization force is populated by representatives from the different work packages in the project. And they together function as a linking pin between the activities within the project and the relevant EOS governance bodies, as you can see depicted on this slide in the hourglass on the left-hand side. But there is more that the synchronization force does. On the right hand, you see a Ferris wheel, and in that Ferris wheel, you see the 4 focus areas of the project: certification, data practices, data policy, and FAIR Competence Center. And related to that, in the outer circle, you also see the outputs for each of these focus areas. And at the heart of all of that, you see the synchronization force and the other FAIR-related activities. So the synchronization force is also there to make sure that the project brings together all FAIR-related projects and initiatives in Europe and beyond in order to create alignment and synchronization. So looking into the future, FAIRsFAIR will definitely continue to be a key contributor to the ongoing development of global best practices and standards for FAIR. We hope to contribute to the strategic agenda of the EOS governance and also work with the new bodies, the advisory groups and task forces that are now emerging within the EOSC Association. And we will definitely continue collaborations with existing partners and build relationships with new partners, for example, the Infra-EOSCO 7 projects and the new EOSC Future project. Because these collaborations are crucial for the success and the impact of FAIRsFAIR. The series of synchronization workshops that we kick off today are an important instrument to take stock of what we achieved together in terms of the implementation of FAIR policies and practices. It also provides, I think, an excellent opportunity to define across all the actors and the projects and initiatives what still needs to be done. So all your inputs are very much appreciated, and I hope to see you in one of the next sessions. Thank you very much.